Alright, my name is Matthew Taylor. I was the one who won this guitar on Sunday at Knotfest, okay? And this is the actual guitar that was used for the competition. And as you can see, it has no lock neck up here. And down here on the bottom, it has long lengths of string that run past the bridge. So, if you bend the notes on this guitar, that it'll take it out of tune. So it wasn't really a very good guitar to use at all for the competitions. Also, the strings, the new strings that were put on it, were not stretched. So when the first players played on the guitar, it took it out of tune. They all needed to be stretched. And they shouldn't have been put, there should be a lock nut here, and there should be a whammy down here, so that when they had their competitions, the guitar would not go out of tune. Should use a Floyd Rose. Okay? It wasn't very fair at all to use this guitar for the competitions. I tried also using it, and this pickup here is too raspy for it to give it the really cool sound that you kind of want when you click your switch over for the Jimi Hendrix sound. It's too gnarly, this pickup. This one is perfect. This is great. If you would have made this guitar with just this pickup, it would have been awesome. It would have been able to actually represent a different kind of name for it, like giving it a name called the Tooth, since it is the Gator. And it would have all the bite that you would need with this one pickup. And then if you want to use both of them for a blues type guitar, then you could use a different name for it I thought up, which would be the Fat Gator, because in that way it'd be good for blues. Alright? And then I was also thinking if you put a third pickup in it, you could call it the Gator Bite, which would be pretty awesome also. The one thing about this guitar that I really like is that, as you can see on the back, that it's all one piece from top to bottom, okay? And this is very important for you guitar makers. This is excellent. This is phenomenal work, okay? But the problem is that when you do that, it like implants Jimi Hendrix into the guitar. It gives it fantastic feedback and sustainment. And with no whammy on it, you can't use it. Come on, Gator, all right? I suggest you build the guitars the way that I say. Make sure that if you ever make a one-piece guitar like this, that it must have a Floyd Rose, or it's a waste of wood. Okay, now I'd like to talk about Knotfest. Oh, one more thing. The most important thing about this guitar. This 24 fret, 2-octave neck is perfect. It is the most awesome neck I have ever shredded on. I tested every note. There is no miss on this neck at all. Just goes to show you that the Chinese can fucking rock. Alright, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I didn't want to swear on that. Okay, so anyways, I would like to talk about Knotfest now. Knotfest was not very nice at all. The drinks were too high priced, way overpriced. I had to pay $7.50 for a hamburger this big around that was not even warm. They were so expensive there, it was pathetic. And anybody who buys a t-shirt for 20 bucks should not be able to say that they don't have the album that represents the t-shirt. They should give out a CD with this t-shirt. It's too fucking expensive. You're lucky people didn't try to burn shit down. And they did do that too. They sold us everything in plastic. The only thing that we had to make fires to keep ourselves warm was plastic. And that shit is awful. It is so awful. It's pathetic. That's all that they had to burn there to stay warm. And you had these fantastic fire things that shot fire up into the air that gave off warmth. And you put it on the side so they could only get around one side of it. I thought it was self-contained. You could have had people all around that puppy. And you barely blew off flames like once every 10 seconds, which wasn't even enough to give warmth. And the temperature dropped from like 30 degrees, so it was almost cold outside. So you had to buy another t-shirt to stay warm. You jerks! You pathetic, money-hungry jerks! Why can't you at least let us have fun at a concert instead of making us feel like we're being suckered out of every last cent that we have? What fucking fun is that? Okay. All the performers, except for one, were fantastic that night. I really don't understand why on a Sunday night, the third last performer is a rap guy that has guitars behind him that are turned down so low you can't even hear them. What was that about? What was that about? Forcing us to listen to rap at a heavy metal concert? Without good music? Okay, anyways. Last but not least, I would like to mention the girls that walked around on stilts, that had the really cool headsets on. And the guy, notice that too. But that was really cool. They were so compliant. They were so fun. It was great to have them there. I think that's the only reason we didn't burn down booths and set stuff on fire, because we didn't really want to have any damage happen to some of the beautiful people that were there. Okay? I thought you would have learned after seeing what happened at Woodstock too. Come on, corporate world. Get your head out of your ass and start thinking with your heart instead of your mind. I dare you. That's all I got to say. Love you Gator, love you people that all voted for me at the competition. I really like my guitar. I'd like it better if it was made correctly, but I like it. I like it. That's it. Oh, thank you everybody.
Your name.
Oh, I'm Matthew Taylor, the winner of the shred competitions at Knotfest on Sunday night. Oh, one more